Taxes and expenses related to the purchase of the real estate in Spain. Hello dear friends, I'm Matilda Mayer and I represent the V2G Spain company, and today we are going to consider the taxes and expenses associated with buying the real estate in Spain in details. Let's start with the primary real estate. These are the costs you will face when buying a new home in Spain. So let's go! If you purchase primary real estate in Spain, it means a new property from a developer, you need to pay the Spanish Treasury value-added tax, VAT, in the amount of 10% of the value of the property. Since it is the seller who transfers this money to the tax authorities of Spain, VAT must be paid immediately when signing the bill of sale. Another tax is a stamp duty or tax on documentary legal actions. This tax is paid by the buyer and ranges from 0.1% to 2% of the value of the property, depending on the autonomous region which the property is located in. Now we are going to move further from taxes to additional expenses when purchasing the real estate in Spain. Notarial expenses. The amount of the notarial expenses depends on the cost of accommodation and officially fixed tariffs of notaries. The cost of notarial services depends on the particular notary, on average from 600 to 1,000 euros. Registry costs associated with the registration of the deeds of sale of the real estate in the Property Registry of Spain are also paid by the buyer, and their amount is on average from 600 to 500 euros, depending on the autonomous region which the property is located in. Also, in order to avoid potential debts for a mortgage or taxes from the previous owners of your chosen property, it is recommended to check the status of this accommodation. This document is requested in the Property Register of Spain and it is called Nota Simple. It indicates all the necessary data about your chosen property and about all the previous owners. These check costs are about 10 euros. So, here is the list of taxes and expenses related to the purchase of the primary real estate in Spain. VAT, 10% of the value of the property. Stamp duty, from 0.1% to 2% of the value of the property. Notarial expenses, from 600 to 1,000 euros. Registry costs from 300 to 500 euros and expenses for checking the status of the property up to 10 euros. So, this is the list of taxes and expenses related to the purchase of the primary real estate in Spain. And now let's take a look on the list of the taxes and expenses related to buying the secondary real estate. In the case of purchasing the secondary real estate in Spain, in other words, resale property, we need to consider the transfer tax of ownership. This tax is paid by the buyer. It ranges from 6 to 10% of the value of the property, depending on the region. This tax must be paid within a month, and an approval of payment is required for registration of the transaction in the appropriate Property Register of Spain. Also, the notarial and registration expenses, which we have already mentioned earlier, considering the purchase of the primary real estate, remain unchanged. So, to sum it up, here is a list of taxes and expenses related to the purchase of the secondary real estate in Spain. Transfer tax of ownership from 6 to 10% of the value of the property. Notarial expenses from 600 to 1,000 euros. Registry costs from 300 to 500 euros and expenses for checking the status of the property up to 10 euros. If you need more detailed consultation on buying property in Spain, don't hesitate to contact V2G Spain. We will be happy to answer all your questions. If this vlog was useful for you, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. And a detailed step-by-step instruction in text format you can also download in the description down below. We sincerely hope that buying property in Spain will be a pleasant event in your life. V2G Spain, your home in Spain is waiting for you. This was Matilda Mayer with you. See you soon. Have a nice day.